What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to be reviewing the movie Sangre. This movie is directed by the infamous Alejandro Jodorowsky. I believe that's how you say that. He's also directed El Topo and I think it's The Holy Mountain. I believe that's what it is. Yep, it's The Holy Mountain. I have not seen either of those films, but after seeing this movie, I will definitely be watching those. So this movie has a very good plot. So I don't want to ruin this movie at all by saying the plot and giving away too much information. So I'm just gonna read the summary of the plot off IMDb, so I don't give away too much information by accident. So it says that a young man is confined in a mental hospital. Through a flashback, we see that he was traumatized as a child when he and his family were circus performers. He saw his father cut off the arms of his mother, a religious fanatic and leader of the heretical church of Santa Sangre, which means holy blood, and then commit suicide. Back in the present, he escapes and rejoins his surviving and armless mother. Against his will, he becomes her arms, and the two undertake a grisly campaign of murder and revenge. So, yeah, that's basically what this movie's about. Just before I start getting down in this movie, if you like anything that's bizarre or weird or strange or just kind of different as a movie, I mean, just watch this movie. This movie is just really a very different type of movie, and it's really good. I almost guarantee that you will not be disappointed. So let me start off with the main character, Felix. The person who plays Felix did a really good job. I believe it's actually Alejandro Jodorowsky. I cannot say that right. I believe it's his son who plays him. I have IMDb up right now, and I believe it is his son that plays him, but I'm not 100% sure. But he does a really good job playing him. Both the actors who play the young Felix and the older Felix do a great job. When he's a younger Felix, you really feel for him because, I mean, he's growing up in this kind of really bizarre, circus life, and his dad is he's just like a drunk, and he's just really awful to him, and his friends are like a midget and a bunch of clowns, and a girl who is deaf and mute, and he just really does a good job capturing the pain he goes through as a child throughout this kind of weird situation he is with his religious mother and then his really crazy father. And then in the present day Felix, he does also a good job showing how he's kind of struggling with him going crazy, and he just does a really good job showing how he's been hurt from the past, and is kind of holding onto his sanity, and I thought his part was really good. Another part who was really good in this was the mother. The mother might be, in my opinion, the best part. She definitely wasn't my favorite character at all, but her part was just really good. She does a great job of bringing this really creepy, scary almost feel to the movie, even though her character is missing her arms. So you wouldn't think that she'd be a very impactful or scary character, but whenever there's certain parts in this movie where you see her come out and stuff like that, and I mean, it's really frightening, actually. That's probably one of the most frightening parts about the movie, is just her presence. This movie is definitely not a horror movie. I don't think it's labeled as that on IMDb. It might be, but yeah, it is. It's labeled as a drama and a horror. But I would not label this as a horror movie. It's not unless you got a really weak stomach. It's not a very scary movie. It's a very creepy and bizarre movie, and it's kind of unsettling. But it's definitely not a horror movie. This movie is rated NC-17, and there are a couple scenes in this movie that make it very obvious why. And those scenes aren't actually bloody or gross or like extremely like graphic in terms of nudity or anything like that. It's just they're very touchy subjects in today's society. For example, without giving away what happens in the actual scene, there's a scene that involves mentally disabled kids and drugs, and just when you watch a scene like this, just what it makes me think of is how much this would just not fly, and if this was shown in a theater or something like that, because it's just a really touchy subject, and it's kind of interesting actually to watch a movie scene like this where nothing particularly gross or graphic happens, but something like this happens, and it's almost really strange to watch, and hard to watch, because they're just really touchy subjects that are not always easy to watch, and they make the movie kind of disturbing. But you'll have to see for yourself what some of these scenes are, but once you see, you'll understand why. The music in this movie is great. I love the music in this movie. It's all kind of this weird almost like circus music. I'm not really sure what instrument to pinpoint it on. I don't know too much about music and instruments and things like that, so I'm not sure what to pinpoint it on, like instrument wise, but it sounds great. It sets the mood for the movie. Sets that whole creepy, strange, bizarre feeling to the movie, and it's great. Love the music in this movie. Now let me think. I'm trying to figure out a way to talk about the ending without saying anything. Okay, I'll just say this. So, in my opinion, the movie starts out very, very well. I love the whole circus thing. I kind of like the whole idea of like a circus thing, because I think it's very bizarre and kind of strange. So I love the circus thing. And then after that kind of fades away, and once he's on the murdering rampage with his mom, a lot of interesting stuff happens, but it starts to get a little bit dry, and it starts to go like, I'd say like this at the beginning, and then like this when he's with his mom, and then the ending is just like it shoots. Like the ending of this movie just makes the whole movie. It's so good. Like I said, I was almost getting a little bit, not like I was about to turn it off or anything near that, but I was just getting a little bit bored. But the second the ending scene hit, it was just, I instantly loved the movie. I went from, thinking the movie was alright to instantly loving the movie. And like I said, you just have to see it for yourself, but the ending is great. And after this movie's over, it really does leave you thinking about just some really touchy subjects that are kind of disturbing in our minds, such as being deaf, being mute, missing limbs, going crazy, just all these mental retardation, just all these subjects that are really disturbing in our minds, and that we would hate to have or brought up really good in this movie, and they really do make you think after you watch this movie. This isn't a movie that you just watch and forget like 5 minutes later. This is a movie that you watch, and then like 2 days later you'll still think about this movie, because it's that impactful, and it's just a great film. So I highly recommend this one. I'll definitely be watching this again. Tell me what you think about the movie. Have you seen it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? And thanks for watching.